Ta-da! Camera never came up for some reason. Good evening all, how the devil are we? Welcome to another Friday Night Live with myself and my earworm. Let's bring him in. If he comes up, there he is.
The one and only. The good-looking one today. The good-looking one. The only invincible good-looking one. Welcome, everybody.
We thought that'd just be the two of us tonight. Nice, quiet, relaxing lot. Well, maybe not relaxing, but live.
Bottom line is, we don't like anybody else, so stop you.
Me and mine, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much all for coming over. Hope you're all well, and hope you're not too cold in the UK. It's been just above freezing where I live all week. We actually had some snow today. Woo! Whether it's still there or not, I don't know. But anyway, right. So as the title said, I'm going to be doing a small resin pot. So I've got a blank on the lathe that I cast quite a while ago now. There's three colours in it. There's yellow, which is like a goldy colour. There's currant, which is like a real dark red, and then there's sapphire in it as well. So three different colours in it. So as always, it's like Pandora's box. We're not going to know what we get until we start turning it. So plan is, it's between centres at the moment. Going to turn the tenon on it, then we're going to shape it, hollow it all out, and if we get time, I will make a nice little wooden lid just to sit on the top of it. So that's the plan.
No sound. Alex saying no sound. Is that right? Still no sound?
No sound? No sound? No sound for who?
No sound, Steve says. Who said that? Alex of Wooden Thing says no sound, Steve.
Well, the bars are bouncing.
Yeah?
Can everybody hear us?
Everybody hear me?
Can people hear us?
Somebody say yes, I can hear you.
If not, Alex, you need to turn your speaker up. Sound is fine here. Plenty of sound.
Oh, right.
Okay, sorry.
No point in talking to Alex. Of course, he can't hear us. Can't tell him that.
Right. So, so little wooden fiddle lid on top. So, obviously get a tenon turned on it and then go from there. So, while I'm getting a tenon turned on it, Terry is going to welcome everybody in. I will put Terry in the background.
Background, that's it. Lovely old job.
And we'll go there. We'll just make sure that Terry's still got sound while he's here. Talk, Terry.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm talking. Yes, God knows. Look at that. No. Okay, everybody, welcome aboard. Steve's turning resin tonight. And Personalised Twist is the first one to come in, followed by Rob from Kingsport Abrasives, Alan Gibb, Barry Chitty, Susie the Swiss Woodturner, Bruce Watt is in, Gordon Burrows, Hayley, she's in, Roy's the boy, Del Roy's in, Todd at Glen Cove Woodworks, Jennifer's Craft and Creations, Vinnie Charlton, Alex of Wooden Things, Graham Brown, Malcolm Douglas, Mike Evans, Fred Gilliver's there as well. Doug Miller's passing through, taking his bride out of town. So we didn't tell his wife he's doing that then. Chisky's Wood Creations is in. Paul Findley's there. Michael McEwen is there. Steve Hale. Raymond Wise. Paul Kavanagh. Andy Clinelli is in. Just scanning down to see if there's anybody else I missed. There was somebody that just scooted by. Rob from Copperell Woodturning, Andrew from Wivey Woodshed's there, and Andy Intermediate's in, and that seems to be my list. Where's all the wood butchers there as well? So I'll let you know if anybody else comes in. And if I've missed anybody, tough.
So this is the first time I've turned resin on this lathe. I hope Pete don't come in and cry.
Well, I'm having difficulty getting palpitations here. Debbie Gothard is in.
Oh, Debbie.
If we get anybody, just it's only me today, my bad eyesight, a couple of big question marks if you want to ask me a question or if you want to ask Steve a question. And if I'll start arguing with me, somebody step in, really. I haven't got anybody else to argue with now.
So I'm just going to get it round and then we'll get a tenon on it because just a little bit off center. I normally cast my blanks in a 600 milliliter automotive mixing pot, but they're not perfectly round because as the resin cures, it just deforms them a little bit with the heat. So we'll just get this round.
Currently 57 watching at the moment. That's good.
Thank you, everybody, for coming over. I hope you're all well.
So that done by weight or done by amount?
This is done by weight. The resin I use is mixed by weight, not volume. So there's, I believe, there's 400 grams of A and then 200 grams of B because it's 2-to-1 mix.
Right.
And it's the same resin that I always use, the epoxy.
How long does that take to cure? And is it pressure potted?
It takes, it's hard in 45-50 minutes, depending on the room temperature. And it's, but I always leave it 72 hours before I turn it because the thickness of it, it may take a little while to harden in the middle.
Right. Rob from Kingsport Abrasives says, Terry, what you bought me for Christmas? What do you want, Rob? I'm looking for, you have to tell me what you need. These days, you don't buy surprises. You just say, what do you want? Andy's saying, talking about resin mess, as is Brian. As is Brian, what a mess. You know what you mean, Andy? Have another tablet. Oh, you mean how is Brian? Yeah, he's all right. He's resting.
He's chilling out.
We wouldn't want to put this on him if he bought all the kit for resin, so once he starts turning at you, if he sees it coming off like this, it might put him off, and also don't want to give him any shocks at his age.
His age, bless him. Right, so we're round now. Oh, look at that.
That's nice.
Right, so we'll get a tenon on there.
Rob would like love and peace in the world. Oh, and a few beers for Christmas. Well, I'll get you the beers, but I can't promise you the rest. Anybody think you was on stage now with your bikini on saying that, Rob? What would you like in the world? I'd like love and peace.
Just collecting
They all say
his award.
Presents. Age UK Woodworks in? Or was it Age UK? My eyes, you know. Hello, Andy. Some wood turning lessons, Rob. Yeah, what Andrew says, you could have some wood turning lessons. That'd be good. If you live closer, I'll give you some wood turning lessons. Free of charge, mate. Anybody else got to pay?
So make it a little bit bigger.
So this is going to be a thin-walled pot or a thick-walled pot or a normal pot or what?
Sure.
How thin can you turn that stuff? Have you tried?
You can turn it as thin as wood.
Okay.
Obviously, it depends on.
I mean, does it sort of break when you get down to an eighth of an inch or something? Or?
No. It's fairly strong. It's as strong as wood, if not stronger. But don't need to turn it thin, do you? I'm not going to turn it too thin because I want the lid just to sit inside. I don't want it to sit on the outside.
Raymond Wise says he fitted his new diesel heater in his garage after watching Steve's video, and it is roasting. Garage, cool.
Man, the people I've had message me about diesel heat the last few days is unreal.
Yeah.
Since the weather's turned.
They'll probably start going up in price now.
Yeah.
Right, Andy, Woodwork Learner saying, another sensible question. Where is the best place to source heating oil for one of these diesel heaters, or should I just use normal diesel? I wouldn't use normal diesel. You can buy red diesel, which is about 20 pence a litre dearer than
kerosene
heating oil, because you're allowed to use red diesel in the heating oil machine, not in a van, car, or anything, unless you're a farmer in agricultural. But any supplier of fuels should be selling heating oil as well. Quite a few of them do.
Yeah. I've got a local garage in our
town. In Grantham, which is about 9 miles from me, there's a place that sells everything. They have lorries going, like tankers going.
Yeah.
And I'll just drive in there with a car with me two 20-litre, 40-litre tubs, and they just fill them up with home heating oil because they sell it, home heating oil as a commodity as well to everybody that need their tanks filling.
Right, so we just put a tram on here. This is where my part and tools. This is where we're going to part it off.
Matthew Lawrence has joined us, and he says is not roasting, it's freezing, and he also says you can probably get heating oil from the local pikeys. That's not very good, is it?
Like I say, what you want is you don't want a main dealer garage. You want like a small garage, like the old traditional garages. Most of them are sell heating oil, but the diesel heaters will burn paraffin. I think you'll find, won't they?
Yeah. The paraffin's a little bit expensive now, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like it's a few pound for.
Oh right, I didn't realise this is
a 5-litre thing. You'd be paying as much as you would for petrol.
Oh right.
No.
The place I get my kerosene from, I think that's about 79p a litre of kerosene.
That's it.
And then red diesel's just under £1, I think.
Yeah, same as where I'll get mine. Like you're saying, this local. Well, I say local, it's Grantham, but it's the garage down the road sells it as well out the tank. Just put the nozzle in and pull the trigger and you get home heating oil. But they were out the last time I went down there.
So. Right, so this particular blank wasn't put in a pressure pot. It was just let nature do its thing. But if I'm doing stuff with timber in it, I put it in a pressure pot.
All right. Roy's boy says he has a heating supplier near him where he lives, but they won't sell it to him in small quantities. No. So buy a tanker and stick it in the back garden. Get them to fill it up. Buy a 500-litre tank.
If I had the space, I'd buy a big tank, a second-hand diesel kerosene tank.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. Aurora Woodcrafts joined us.
Hello, good evening.
2 refineries out back, he says. Could ask them to run a pipeline to me. Oh, cool. Two refineries.
Just tap into supply, you'll be fine.
Yeah, diesel refinery or something. I do. Versus he's just made it back from lovely 30 miles back from Warwick Hospital. Oh, what's the matter?
You okay, mate?
You all right, man? Yeah. Barry's with Creations is there. Hi, Barry.
Hi, Barry. How you doing? Hope you're ready for your Christmas market tomorrow, Barry. Actually, I'm going to.
Where's that?
Skylarks in Chatteris.
Oh.
You want to come down?
Oh, original. Well, yeah, wouldn't be able to. We got it's breakfast at the village hall tomorrow, and Rebecca and Robin are meeting us there. So I'm paying for breakfast for everybody again. I'm hemorrhaging money as usual.
Good old granddad.
Yeah, no, we got that. It's they have 1 month, you know, through the year, so. And it's tomorrow. Only trouble is I got a long way to go around. Right, what we got here? Robert Klingsport, estimated cost to run the heater for a month. Well, you keep yours on all the time, Steve, don't you?
Yeah, I turn mine on. Mine's been on about 3 weeks now since I started getting cold. So that's been on. I might leave mine on 24/7, and I use 15 litres of kerosene every, depending on how high I turn up when I come in here, between 7 and 8 days. 15 litres of kerosene, and it's 70. I think the last I bought was about 78p a litre. So
that's how much it runs a week full time. I use mine only when I go in the workshop. I switch it on an hour before I go in there, and switch it off after, of course. And I probably use, I don't know, 20 litres a month. 78p a litre. It's quite good, and it does get it roasting in there.
Yeah. But I say I haven't been in there all week, and I've just turned mine up because I came in. It was only 14 degrees in there. Don't take long to warm up.
So Raymond Wise says this Chinese heater, he got it on eBay last week on a sale, £68.
Yeah,
Woodburn Paul's joined us. Hello, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Been mate. You can't. What's Andy saying? You can't. You can't burn red diesel in commercial settings. Don't know what you mean. You can burn red diesel in that heater. Trust me. It takes it, and you can.
You're not in a commercial setting. You're in a domestic dwelling.
Yeah.
So it don't matter.
James Crawford's in. Hi, James.
Some nice patterns in there. Look at them patterns. That swirl look like fire.
Accidentally did well there.
I did.
Grandpa Jim's in.
Hi, Grandpa Jim. How you doing?
Debbie wants to know, what did you use to colour it, Steve?
The colours I use are, you're going to laugh if I tell you, but I will tell you. So I'm a tight ass, so I don't believe in spending loads of money on pigments and so you get these candy, what are they? Femi candy, whatever they are, the American ones. Them what Jake does, candy. I don't buy those. What I do is I buy these are pigments for nail art. So I use a company on eBay. If you go at the right time, you'll get like 3 and get 1 free. So no, 2 and get 1 free. So you get like 3 packs for the price of 2. You can get them in 5 gram, 10 gram, or 20 gram packs. I usually use 5 gram because 5 grams is perfect for 600 grams of resin. So they come in packs like this, as you can see, and these work out about £2, anywhere between £2 and £3 a pack. So they work out a lot cheaper, and I've been using these ever since I've been doing resin casting, which has been about 5 years now, and I've never had any problems with them. And like I say, they are good. It's from a company called Resin for You. If you go on eBay and type in resin for you, they'll come up. And like I say, certain times I'll have promotions on where you buy 2 get 1 free, or buy 3 get 1 free. I mean, and they are good resin. They are good pigments. I've never had any problems with them. And like I say, they are for nail art, but they do the job.
Oh.
So that's what matters.
Do the job, yeah.
Look at the
Yeah.
streaks.
So Rob reckons about £22 per month then.
Yep, not expensive.
And what else we got here? Let's have a quick look down through. Oh yeah, Benjamin's joined us. Hello,
Okay.
my favourite people. He says, "Whoops, resin. I'm out. Bye." Hi, Ben.
Oh, Ben, don't be like that.
Thanks for popping in, making up numbers for 3 seconds. You know you love it, really, Ben. Ben, you should stay and just take notes, because you'll be doing that next week.
Mhm.
Rob says, Ben, stay. Everybody's allowed to make one mistake in a year. Rex B's in.
Hi, Rex. How you doing?
It's great. It's a great day to be upright and wood turning.
Good
What a
man.
combination. Well, that's it. Rex B's upright at last.
The Viagra does work.
Yeah, it does, yeah. Swallow it slowly, you get stiff neck. Spirit, wind, and stone and bone is it? Wood, stone and bones in now.
Hi,
There.
Heather.
Question from Alan Gibbs. In Scotland, all you have to do is sign a sheet at the fuel station, say you are using red diesel for heating, and that's it. You don't have to sign a sheet here. Just drive down the garage and say, "Can I fill this with red diesel, please?" They go, fill it up. There you go.
As long as not using it in your vehicle, there's not a problem.
Well, you can use it in your vehicle, just as an offence. Don't get caught. Lucy Bundy Rose in. Hi,
Hi,
Lucy.
Lucy. How you doing? Lucky Lucy.
Yeah. Evening, everybody. Please send alcohol, she says. Oh, you had a bad day, Lucy?
Nah, I don't believe that.
Drinking a glass of red here, by the way, so just to upset her.
All right, let's have a look at that. Oh, I don't really want to go too deep in that. I don't want to lose that effect in there. Right, I'm going to go for that.
Drinking alcohol.
What I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a scraper over that, just to, or a skew actually, just to smooth that out a little bit.
Roy says, "Is he still here?" Ben says, "No, I'm not, Roy."
He's lurking in the background, Roy.
Yeah. And Woodburn Paul would like to know, what is the best diesel heater to buy? Well, there's several you could buy, or several. There's 2 that I like. There's a 5 kilowatt and an 8 kilowatt, depending on the size of your.
At the end of the day, people criticise the Chinese diesel heaters, saying they're not very good. You need the German Waco and all this, that, and the other. The German one is absolutely brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but it's like 700 quid. Now, me personally, mine's just to heat the workshop. I paid £100 for mine, and it's been running for, what's this, the 3rd year, third? It's got to be the 3rd year, isn't it?
I paid £80 for mine. This is the 3rd year I'm running mine, and I've never even serviced it yet. Never even cleaned it. It's still going. I probably will, but I thought of it. And then the winter came on, and now I'm heating the place up with it. So, and for 70 quid or £80 or whatever you can get them for now, you're looking at.
I think I was looking at them online the other night. I think they
7 years.
Yeah, I think they're around about £100 now. I think they're about £99 now or 90 quid. So even that's still cheap.
They on sale at eBay when Raymond bought his for £68. He bought it for.
Oh, there you go. See, perfect, isn't it?
But they will go up over the winter. They do, don't they?
But if you think how much it would cost you to run a electric heater in your workshop, then they are cheap to run. So right, let's get that a little bit deeper for parting. I don't know.
And then so Heather says she has a pigment called toilet water. It's actually a nice brown colour. Funny name though, isn't it? Paul Kavanagh says, yeah, around here, if you put a normal diesel hose in your car, they point and laugh. In Northern Ireland, of course.
Right. So before
No,
we
you can't. You can't.
Go on.
I was just going to say that work learner. He says he can't run red diesel in his car. It's a petrol one. No, you can't do that.
Well, you can put it in. I'm not saying that run very well, but you can put it in.
A bit lumpy and stop.
Right, so let's get this flattened off and hollowed out. Then we can shape the top and then we can get it sanded. So let's go on to a camera where you guys can see that one there. Using the old NAS carbides.
Wurzel said, Steve, what you need there for the resin is Easy Wood Tools. Apparently, just asked Age UK.
I've got one. I'm going to be using it in for the inside.
The number one hollower you got it? Is it the number one or number two? Or?
Number one.
Roy's been having problems starting his this week. Is that car? Heater.
I was surprised when I serviced mine that there was no carbon in it at all.
Oh, it's just a straight through hole, isn't it?
Yep. But I think if you was to start, stop them quite a lot, then you might get quite a bit of carbon build up. But I think because mine's on and left on, there's no soot startup, is there? You know what I mean? There's no cold startup, is there? Such.
And like Rob says, compared to the gas bottle heater, they're very cheap. Also, if you burn gas, it gives off water vapor, which rusts all the metal in your workshop. That's rustable.
Right, so let's get some Forstner bits through there. So, because it's resin.
Woodworm Paul wants to know, are they difficult to install? They're not difficult to install. They're very easy. If you go to Steve SK Krafts channel and look, you'll find, type in diesel heater. You'll find there is an installation video. It's very, very simple.
If you are, let's say, out of a scale 1 to 10 in DIY skilled, let's say number 2, which is the lowest, you should be able to install one. They're very easy to install. All you really need to do is drill 2 25mm holes for a wall to put your exhaust and your air intake. That's the only thing you need to do. All the rest is internal.
Ben says he's bought a heated vest.
Heated vest, yeah. Heated body warmer.
Yeah. They're all right, Ben, but they burn the batteries out quick, don't they? You got to have like 6 sets of batteries because they don't last. They're supposed to last 10 hours, and they last about 1 or 2 if you have them on medium or high, don't they? I've been told anyway. Haley's got a heated gillet as well.
The thing I like about a heater in your workshop is it protects your tools from rusting.
Yeah.
When we spend thousands of pounds on tools, we should be looking after them, really. Yes, I know, okay, with a bit of WD-40 and this, that, and the other, I'll clean them all up, but why not look after them in the first place?
Lucy's got a heated gillet too. She wraps it around twice. Goes from top to bottom.
Twice.
Ben says I didn't realise they did them in kid sizes. No, Ben. It's not get Lucy again, is it? Oh, we could do it.
Don't pick on Lucky Lucy.
Andy of AGK says that that's brilliant. The NR cutters are good on the resin, Steve.
Oh, right.
Negative rate cutters, I take it he means. Yeah.
I've never heard of those. Can you send me a link for those, Andy?
Buy them, can't you, for them?
Oh, negative rate, yeah. No, yeah. I'm with you now. That set of carbides I was just using, that's a set I bought years ago. It's from a guy on eBay. I think it was about £90 for, what is there? 4 different cutters. There's a pointed one, a square edge, that round one, and then there's a swan-necked round one as well. So I think they was under £100 for the set. That's before I knew about it.
He's got to go.
See you later, Chris.
He's got to go. He says he's got to continue washing the mule. See you later, buddy.
See you later, mate.
Thanks for coming in.
Over.
Yes, Rob, it does, and it keeps your abrasives in perfect condition. Temperature. Dances with aardvarks is in. Mike.
Hi, Mike.
That defeats the object. Wurs was saying he's always had an oil-filled radiator running and a dehumidifier or a humidifier in the winter. Dehumidifier in the winter, I take it means. But not now. Yeah, that's 2 lots of electricity. And those radiators are okay for small spaces, but not very good in a big workshop.
Joseph,
I
I used to put a dehumidifier in my caravan. And the trouble is, even if there's no moisture inside, that'll draw moisture through the vents. So unless you've got a perfectly airtight workshop, that's going to be drawing moisture in everywhere anyway, isn't it? So it's never going to draw all the moisture out on a dehumidifier.
Paul Cavanagh's got another idea. He says, why don't you just eat a load of pizzas and Chinese, get fat, and you'll never feel the cold.
I'm already fat, Paul.
We didn't think you were that fat, Paul. Not when I saw you last. You weren't that fat. Bigger than me, but not fat.
See how deep we've gone. Don't want to go too deep.
Ben's still here. He said he hates it when his abrasive rusts.
Rusty
Oh,
abrasive.
Yeah, Paul Cavanagh's only 27 stone. Oh, I must have had the wrong glasses on, Paul. Sorry.
Right, 85 mil. So how deep can we go? We can go around about 95, so we can go another 10 mil. So just to that rough, to that gnarling on the chuck.
Raymond Wise was wondering, was it Glenn and Lisa Teagle that you got your carbides from?
No, it wasn't. No, they're only cheap ones, not expensive ones. No, there's no branding on them, as you can see. There's no branding on them at all. They're just cheap.
It's a tip that counts. The tip sharp. That's it. Works.
I used to buy the tips independent online. So go for that one. Actually, let's go for that one. Is that one too big? You're gonna be close, isn't she? It's a bit big, that one. Pardon me. Let's go for that one.
Wars got back from the hospital, cut his finger.
Oh man, it's not a good idea.
Blood everywhere. Obviously, he was single. Was he trying to pick up the thread of where it was? Just he's got back from the hospital. Dance with Aardvark's got an infection in one finger as well. Lucy sliced another off on a drill bit. Another on a drill bit. Flutes.
What is with you lot cutting yourselves?
Yeah, come on.
You do need him, you know.
So what does Andy AGK use then? Because the work learner says Glenn Lisa Teagle's cutters are nearly as good as the ones Andy uses. So Andy using easy wood ones, are you?
I'd imagine so. He uses easy wood tools, don't he? So
Ben's still there. He's refusing to use easy wood tools. Or refusing to pay their price. Well, if they're superior, get what you pay for, don't you? They may last a lot longer than
I
the cheap
think
ones.
I must admit I was a bit sceptical of the Easywood tools, and they are expensive. I will say that they're not the cheapest tool out there, but they are. I think they are one of the better ones.
Nothing wrong with using carbide, especially on stuff like this. You couldn't traditional tools be all over the place, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Can do it, but it
just
doesn't get such a good finish.
no, and it does take the edge off pretty quick with traditional tools. Resin. It's not the most strenuous. It really does know how to take the edge off. So let's see if we can get one more size. Let's see what's in the other box. I think it might be the biggest I've got actually. Next one's too big, so we'll have to hollow it out the old-fashioned way, I think.
Mine, carbide tip cutters have been around a while. I mean, when I was an apprentice at 16, that was a long time ago now. We were using them. They've been around for donkey's years.
Yeah, they
Used for
like,
metal turning mainly. You know, they were used for metal lathes and metal turning.
Yeah. I mean,
they've
got a place. I think they've got a place for hollowing for sure.
Yeah.
So, Easywood. This isn't the pro hollower. This is the next one down. It's the mid-size hollower number 1.
Cool.
So, don't need the pro hollower. That's a bit OTT for this.
It's a bit big, isn't it? Yeah. And of course, his TMU now, whereas I was saying, he's got his TMU cutters. And he'll get some new until he needs new tips.
Yeah, I'm a bit wary of that Temu.
Apparently, if you use the app, not the website, you get fleeced.
You get fleeced. You see?
Yeah, you order something on the app and it comes from a different company.
Oh, right.
You know, like a Chinese company, like, you know, another rip-off from them, you know.
Oh, right.
People have been done money-wise.
Yeah, I heard a few
You got
rumors.
to do it actually on the website.
They have their bank
got
accounts.
to do it on the website. Yeah. Yeah, Todd's got a good point. Do you want to reward the folks who did all the research for the tools, or reward the communist country that rips off technology? That's a point.
It's a good point and all, isn't it, really?
It is.
In Easywood Tools have only been making woodworking tools for the last, what do you say, 10 years? Something like that?
Yeah, 10 years, yeah. They're engineers, really, aren't they? You know, the engineering stuff they make. Cutters and tips and other engineering pieces, cutting pieces.
Actually, I'm going to get the big one out because that's getting to where its maximum reaches. So this is the Pro Hollower.
Red Killer said he ordered an Easywood tool from, it was pronounced Make It Central.
Maker
Central Shop.
Maker Central.
Make It, so he lives in America, doesn't he? Central Shop, which is cheaper than anyone else by pounds. So, this was Maker Central Shop. And HEK says that cutters last a long time. The negative rec cutters really do last a long time and give a good finish. Don't chip out on resin. There you go.
But you can use a normal cutter and just tip it to the side a little bit to act as a negative rake.
Yeah. Robert Klingsport says he used to sell diamond wheels to resharpen the tips 25 years ago. So, oh, yeah. That's still a little bit after my time. I mean, I was 16, so that's how long, 56 years ago. And they were old hat then. Tips. I should have put a bag full in my pockets.
Yeah.
We should throw them away after one use. If it was machining something special, stainless steel or something, throw them away. One use.
So if you knew they was going to go into the woodworking world, you could have patterned them years ago.
Yeah, would have done. Woodworm Paul wants to know what make is the diesel heater. What's it called again?
My diesel heater?
Espacia? Yeah, is it Espacia or something?
No, that's just a cheap.
It's a Chinese one. If you look up on the internet, type in on eBay Chinese diesel heater, it'll come up, or diesel heater. They'll all come up. They're about between 70 and £100. Donna, Love Angels in. Hello, Donna. See you in.
Hope you're well. It's like a blooming Christmas tree.
Rob spent lots of time in the USA when the Ford Focus engine was made and developing it, making the cutters to resharpen the cutters. We used to resharpen the cutters. They were developing their engines, the sharpening systems. Right.
So you're the one to blame for the Ford Focus engine.
Yeah, he's the one to blame, yeah.
For them dodgy engines.
So Fred Gilliver says, that was a typo error, Ter. Correction is below. Or you press the return key because there's no correction below. Well, the next thing you said was hi, Donna. That didn't come out, that one. Whatever the correction was. Apparently, Temu's making massive losses at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Try and collar the market so that they can then put everybody out of business and then rank the
Typical
prices.
Chinese company, they want to be the best of the best, so they'll make a loss for the first 2 or 3 years, and then hopefully everybody will go running to them.
Probably the government's jacking them up with prices, I suppose, to keep them going while they start doing that. Raymond Wise says his garage went from 0 degrees C to 18 in less than a half hour. In a half hour.
Nice.
That's about right.
They're efficient, for sure, especially 8 kilowatt.
Hmm. It was Makers Central shop. What it might be. Bread. Lucy does a lot of shopping on Vinted these days. What's Vinted? Never heard of them.
Second-hand clothes, isn't they?
Where is it?
Yeah, I think they sell Casey and Chloe sell a lot of their old clothes on Vinted.
Right, okay.
Right, so let's have a look. A little bit chattery down there, but we can soon clean that up. So a couple of light passes just to clean that up.
69 people currently logged on to watch.
Thank you, everybody.
So is that steam coming off there, Steve?
Nice. Nice. I think so.
Smoke. Just looked a bit steamy then. Dust. Dust.
It's a bit better. Just a little bit there.
Oh, it is, Lucy. Brilliant for the carbon footprint. When my kids were younger, we used to go to what they used to call in those days 50-50 sales, where church was Ruth's church you went to. In fact, the church was in a really posh area. She's got some brilliant stuff. That was really high-end clothing that people were throwing away. My kids went to school dressed in pretty posh clothes. Although Nicholas didn't like the dresses much, but
yeah. All the tights.
All the tights, yeah. The high heels. 50 pence used to go to the person that donated it, 50% to the person that donated it, and 50% to the church at the time. And that was when we first had young children and money was tight, you know, and they used to go out of a dress. Best dress was brilliant. You don't have to click the like, Andy, if you don't want to. If you don't like it, you can put the down arrow. Steve don't mind. Worried.
Okay. I don't worry like other people do about
worry about things like
thumbs up
that.
and all that stuff.
Oh.
All I say is
I don't even care.
All I say is you give me a thumbs down and let me know why you give me a thumbs down.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I don't even care if you don't come into mine. Doesn't matter.
All right, that's as good as that's going to get. So what we need
Hope
to do
you
now
get a laugh when you do. That's the answer.
Yeah, definitely. So what we need to do now is just need to put a little seat on this, just for the lid to sit on. So take roughly half the width of that.
Yeah, that's it. Jumbo sales as well. That was the ones, wasn't it? That when I was a kid, my mother used to go to jumbo sales.
Yeah.
Get a pair of shoes without hose in. That was good.
I remember my nan used to do a lot of jumble sales for the Royal British Legion when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's it. Used to live along the road from a British Legion club, you know. It's cool. Debbie can't find resin for you on eBay.
Are you, Debbie? Okay.
She says, I'm blowed if I can find the resin for you.
Send me a private message through for Facebook, and then I will find it and I'll send you a link for it.
Wayne Bigfoot Woodcrafts in. Hello, Wayne and
Hi, Wayne
Valerie.
And Valerie,
You there?
How are you? Hope you're both well. Right, so we're just going to take the sharp edge off of that bit there, because it doesn't feel very nice. So I'm just going to take the sharp edge off of that. Just like that. And then we can start shaping a little bit of this. So again, I'm just going to take the sharp edge off of that.
Heather says she had someone comment last week, don't quit your day job. Well, at least they made a comment. You know, that's any interaction's better than none.
I love the negative feedback, I do.
I do, yeah, take a mic in.
I had somebody message me a couple of weeks ago telling me they didn't make such a thing as an 8 kilowatt workshop heater. They watched my video and they said, very good video, very educational, but unfortunately they only make a 2 and a 5 kilowatt heater. And I said, okay, thank you very much for watching the video. Thank you very much for watching the video. I will now notify everybody on eBay and Amazon, tell them that they're misadvertising their products, because there's no such thing as an 8 kilowatt
Right.
heater, and I will let them know your details so they can ask you where you found that information from. And I didn't get any reply. I don't know why. But...
Strange. Yeah, it's very strange.
Right, so I'm just going to quickly sand this up now. So we're going to start from around about, oops, don't do that, Steve. Around about 320, I think, because I think that's around about there where it wants to be. So let's get, actually let's do 240 just in case. So 240, bit of overhead, covered in resin. Look like Santa Claus now, or a snowman, one of the three. So overhead, zoom. So you can see it's got a nice, fairly good finish on it, but we'll just do that, put the extraction on. Now just be careful if you're doing resin. Make sure that your extraction tube is earthed, because obviously the resin can get quite staticky and you can end up with a static charge in your extractor, and if you're not using a cyclone then you could get a spark in it and kaboom. So just make sure your earth tube that goes through between your extractor, your head and your extractor, if it's got a metal coil wiring like this one has, I don't know if you can see that, can you? No, hang on, let
No.
me go on a different lead. If it's got a coil wiring like this one, you see it's got a metal wire in it, you can cut off the top strand like there and connect an earth wire to an earth to anything earthy. But mine's earth. I've got an earth wire running all the way through my tube back to my extractor, and it earths out on an earth stake near the extractor. So there's no chance of any static building up within the tube. You see so many people not earth their tubes, and obviously with the airflow and the friction, you can end up causing static if you're not careful.
Benjamin's still here. He said it's good to support people. I always give Steve a thumbs up, at least at the begin with. Granted, I usually end up changing it to a thumbs down when I see the finished product, but that's not the point.
I don't mind, Ben. I don't mind that at all.
I don't mind, Ben. Love it, really. Rob says he wouldn't give his day job up, pays too much.
Yeah. I know that feeling. We don't realise how lucky we got it until we look at other things.
This Roy's just said he ordered an 8 kilowatt for a friend today. Well, apparently there isn't an 8 kilowatt, Roy. So, you know. And Wurzel bought one. It said 5/8 kilowatt.
Yeah, they do.
And apparently they sent him an 8 kilowatt one. So
a lot of the 5 kilowatts, all you need to do to change it to an 8 kilowatt is change the control panel. Because a lot of 5 kilowatts, they've just been turned down, and you can change them inside the control panel.
it might be just jumper switch, I expect.
No, there's all set on the digital settings. You change the fan speed, the flow rate, and that'll knock them up to 8 kilowatt. Well, mine does anyway. Mine is anyway.
Well, one I got just pumps out the temperature anyway.
5 kilowatt is big enough for most workshops.
Yeah. So, Fred, your dad had one of those shoe irons that are different sizes. Yeah. Fred says, talk about hand-me-downs. I used to get my older brother's shoes. My dad would cobble them together with new soles and heels. No wonder I have the worst feet in Lincolnshire now. Yeah, I had the same. That my dad used to put new soles on the shoes because my brother was older than me. When he'd wear them out, I had them. Apparently, Raymond says they make 2, 5, 8, and 10 kilowatt now.
Wow.
I'm out of the 10, but there we are.
I bet you use some juice, the old 10 kilowatt.
Oh, yeah. But it's nice and warm, though. Yeah, depends on the size of if you've got a big workshop, it'd be nice to have 10 kilowatt, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, I suppose once that's warm, that's only ticking over, so it should use the bare minimum, shouldn't it? Right, so just gradually move that up.
So, Heather, when do you sleep? You work at night and turn in the day.
If you don't.
Like you from Ilminster's in. Hello, Mike.
Oh, Mike, how you doing?
Wayne Bigford's got a problem. He said he couldn't have his older brother's shoes because his feet's 5 times bigger. Yeah, we know Wayne's got the only pair of feet with lungs of their own.
Wayne's feet need Rotax. Right, that's the inside quickly done. So let's just sand this up to 400. Right, so that's 320. Final one. Oops, not like that, Steve. 400.
Yeah. Woodwork learner how to hand me down shoes is just he complained the heels were too high and too tight. Got a sister, I suppose.
Let's just clean up a little bit.
Heather sleeps between 2 and 8 a.m. 6 hours a day, that's not good enough for me. I'm a retired old man, Heather. I like to.
Terry needs about 10 hours a day.
I like me for 8 to 10 hours. Stephen Madden's in. Hello, Stephen.
Oh, Steve, how you doing, mate?
Nice to see you.
Oh, man. Right, so let's get some Yorkshire grit on that. Don't need no sand and sealer on it, obviously, because it's Resin. So we don't need no sand and sealer.
Right.
Obviously, if there was wood in it, then yes, we could put a little bit of sand and sealer on it, but there isn't, so we don't need it. So
Benjamin. There you go.
So we'll get some Yorkshire grit on it.
Benjamin remembers getting hand-me-down pants with holes in. Go there.
Right, so this is the original. So we're going to do the original. I know this is going to take us back to 240 grit because we've sanded this up to 400, but that's not a problem. And I'm going to do just inside the lid, but I'm not going to do the whole piece because I sanded all the piece to 400 inside. So we'll just do as far as we can reach without getting too serious.
That's it. Yeah. That's it, Rob. You got it right. Robert Klingspor says, Terry, you're like me. We don't need beauty sleep. We just do it to help out the ugly folks. Agreed. I had a good paper round. I'm all right.
So you're going to use Yorkshire grit exactly the same way as we would if we was doing it on timber.
Brightens up well, doesn't it, when you add it? It's lovely. The colours are
You wait
right.
till I stop it.
You know, I don't turn resin myself.
You'll see the reds and the yellow and the.
Stephen Madden says he used to get hand-me-down haircuts. I noticed that, Stephen, last time I saw you.
They used to add the hair, did they, Stephen?
Yeah.
Your sister just had a haircut. We ain't got nowhere to put it. Here, stick it on your head, son.
So Heather's got another. She's got is worst time of the years. She has another Christmas market tonight, and this is the last weekend of doing 3 weekends and 3 nights in a row. I mean, hope you make it. Hope you're selling well. That'd be nice. You know, if you're selling it well, that'd be good. Cool. If you're not, well, it's a bit of a drag. Yeah, I had a paper round as well, Roy. It's 14 paper round. Alison, get out and earn some money. Yes, Dad. Paper round. 4 o'clock in the morning, I used to be up there. Papers in. Then go to school afterwards. Rob had a laugh the other day. His daughter asked him what bubbling squeak. He said bibble, but it's bubble. Bubbling squeak was. Well, basically, it's all your Sunday roast potatoes and vegetables all mashed up the next day and fried. Lovely little job with a bit of gravy on top.
Used to get that on Boxing Day.
Yeah, nice. We have that every week, Reese and I, after roast dinner. We always cook more than enough. I used to get a lot of tips at Christmas at the paper round. That was good. But I made probably more money than my father earned in a week.
Right, let's have a look, see what it looks like. Ooh, look at that.
Nice. Apparently, Wayne Bigfoot had his first paper round at 8 years old. Yeah, but you looked about 34 then, Wayne. You know.
And that was back in the early 60s.
I think I was about 10 actually when I stuck it on. And it was that every years. Pay for my hobby at the time.
Cocaine,
I used to go fly
marijuana.
fishing. I used to go fly fishing, trout and salmon and things, and I paid for all the fishing kit. I still do go for that now sometimes, but there's not much up this way. Trout fishing.
There's one this way, there's one down here. Narborough.
Is there?
Narborough Trout Farm, yep.
That's farm, is it? Yeah. Is there any rivers with them in?
Yeah, they are in rivers. Just that they fence some of the rivers off and keep it in the within the area.
Right. Well, I might get the dress off you. I might go down. I haven't been fishing since I left Plymouth. I've got all the kit here, so won't be able to do it till the season starts, which is in end of March, April. Yeah, bristles. Which is after you roast dinner the day before, fry them up.
Let's speed this up a little bit.
Looking fantastic, says Raymond Wise. It is looking good. I must admit, I don't like resin much, but it always looks nice. Just I can't be bothered.
Just messy.
Yeah, I've been fly fishing since I was like 6, Rob. All over the country, everywhere, nearly every river, and Scotland, Wales, and other countries. That was my main hobby, as well as wood turning. Of course, it was only in the summertime, but Yeah, Donna, you can't do that now. Donna's first job was is legal now. She, she was having to collecting glasses and cleaning ashtrays in pubs. Can't do that anymore.
People don't want you working in shops until you're 16 now.
No.
All right, so that's just rough sanded up. As you can see, a nice sheen on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out of the lathe now. I'm going to make a lid for that. So I'm not going to part that off yet, just in case I do a lid and I want to change the top a little bit. So let's get this out.
Ben's asking, did I catch many flies when I went fly fishing? No use of flies to catch them, Ben. Make your own. I'll make my own trout flies. My eyes are not brilliant these days, so I have to be magnifying glass. Tiny little things. Eighth of an inch long, the hook.
Wood.
Make them myself.
So this will do for this. This is a practice piece I had. So this will do. So let's see what size lid I need.
Yes, Rob. Don't just take the tail feathers of a pheasant. Take the neck feathers as well.
75 millimeters. $75 millimeters. Oh, she's blunt.
Ooh.
Try another one. Oh, that's better. So this is a piece of ash. Just a boring bit of ash. So I've got another 20 mil off of that. So 10 mil off each side. Everybody gone to sleep?
No, I'm just reading all the comments. They're all talking about their what they used to do when they were younger and all the rest of it. Raymond Wise says he's fly fished every year for the last 50 years. Oh, 68 years since I've been fly fishing. Although I didn't fish last year because we came up here. I couldn't find anywhere to go fly fishing. I don't want to fish for big coarse fish because you can't eat them. I like to catch them and eat them.
You can, they're just not very nice.
Yeah, it's grass. Tastes for the grass. That's it. Yeah, I said tie knots in the strands of the pheasant's tail just to make it look like the knees, the legs, daddy long legs. Done that hundreds of times. But I must have about £1,000 worth of fly fish tying equipment here and gear. Saved up over all those years. All in a big case. Ready for when I go again, I will be. I'll find somewhere.
Is it more enjoyable to make your own and then catch fish with your own flies than buying them?
Yeah, yeah, it's lovely. I used to take a little tiny kit with me with a hand vice. You put the hook in, and whatever was flying off the water, if I didn't have a matching imitation, I'd tie it there and then put it on the line, cast it out, catch a fish. All the local people, how did he do that? How did he do that? Yeah. I've had some laughter, won some competitions, mine. Been on the front of the, what was it, the Trout and Salmon magazine, and of course, 9.5 pound salmon on a trout fly which is only about a half-inch long, this on 2 pound breaking strain line. And it was the first day of salmon season, and we paid a £5 trout fish, and this bloke said they were opening a big venue, this in the River Dart, Devon. There's a big venue there, and they were just opening it up, and everybody could come and get there for free and all the rest of it. And there was £5 to go trout fishing, and I said, "You got any salmon? Because I'll pay for that as well." He said, "Yeah, it's the first day today." But he said, "If you catch a salmon," he said, "I don't mind." He said, "I wouldn't charge you anymore because you're never going to do that." And Ruth and her friend went flying some kites over in the fields. I was just trout fishing, caught a few. And then her kite fell into the water over the trees and into the water. So she come round looking for it, dragged it out, and she said, "There's a big trout there. It's about 3 foot long." I said, "I didn't trout. That's a salmon coming up the river." So I quickly cast it where it was in the first cast. Whack! I thought I hit the ground. All of a sudden, this boulder that I thought I hooked took off downriver. About an hour and 20 minutes later, I'm there in this water bailiff, somebody rung him, come along. Said, "Have you got a salmon license, boy?" I said, "I have." He said, "I'll go and get my big net then." So I pulled this bloody great salmon out. He netted it, got a picture of me, and it was in the Trout and Salmon front page. Long time ago now. First day of the season. That was when you could take them out rivers. Now they don't like you to take them because there's so few and far between. Not really allowed to take them. You catch them, but you got to put them back. So I'm pay for a salmon license if I've got to put it. I've had bigger salmon, I've had them up.
So I'm just gonna make the handle out of the lid.
That's a good size, Raven. £15, good size salmon.
A little divot in the lid.
Good thing about that, of course, it won't warp, Steve.
What's that?
Resin, will it?
No.
Resin won't warp and jam a lid. No. Once you got it the right size, that's it.
That will be there forever. Yeah, the resin will not move anywhere. Once that's what it is, it's what it is.
Bye, Jennifer. Jennifer's Krafts Creations is going. She's going to have a good weekend. And you. Bye.
Bye, Jennifer. Thanks for coming over. Give my best to Mark.
Yeah. Taking his working, but yeah, hopefully he has a peaceful, non-skidding night.
All right, so a little tiny divot in the lid just to give it a little bit of shape. So what we're going to do now is just going to sand that and clean it up a little bit.
Maybe a bit of decoration in the bottom of the lid as well.
I'm going to actually might put a little bit of decoration on the top.
All right.
Okay. Because I don't really want to turn it. Once I part it, I want that to be the finished piece. So let's get that sanded up. I'll get some amber net for that, I think, which is in that drawer now. And I'll move things around. No, wrong drawer. No, wrong drawer again. Ah, there it is.
And the answer to your question is no, there's nothing I cannot do. Nothing I'm not good at. Sorry, mate. But there we are.
120.
Blow me on trumpet.
Someone's got to. Nobody else blows it for you.
That's it. I listed the hobbies I did have, and the things I have done. You would not believe it. Just ask Ruth sometime.
180, 240. Where's 240? 240. I know I got a drawer for a resin. 240, 320. These poxy little packets have crazed me, they do. I think you've got to remember, Andy, he's invincible.
Yes, I'm invincible.
And the last one, 400. Right. So, let's quickly sand this up. What's the time? The time is 9 o'clock. Ain't too bad.
No, I'm not good at being humble, Ben. You're right. What are you doing here? Where you gone? Say it how it is, eh? I've had 4 careers in my time. Some running 5 actually. Some run in parallel with the others. Go into that now. Good night, Heather. She's off.
See you, Eva. Thanks for coming over.
Have a good one. Thank you very much for coming in. Yeah, Donald, I used to do, you know, if the fishing was bad, just sit there and draw and go back and paint it. Oil paint it. I'll do a lot of oil painting sometimes. Wild man. I will do. I'll get back to it. Feel the need. Just lovely to sit by a riverbank sometimes. Quiet on your own.
Just sitting in a field sometimes is nice.
It's just gorgeous, isn't it?
Peace and quiet.
Everybody's shooting in a hide and just sit there by yourself. You know.
Many of times I've gone shooting early morning and fell asleep underneath a tree just because it's so peaceful and relaxing.
Yeah. It's lovely, isn't it? Warm.
You wake up and there's a bird. There's either a deer looking at you or...
Yeah. Squinting, thinking, is that a gun he got there?
Yeah. I never... If I'm out rabbit shooting, I will shoot rabbits. I won't shoot anything. I'll just shoot rabbits.
Never tried belly dancing, Wurzel. A good jiver, mind. Not Mrs. Well, it used to be. Got a new hip now. I don't know if I could do it now. Doctor said, don't twist it. Don't spin it around. Better not do that. Yeah, I've fished the River Tay, Raymond. Nice river. And the Spey. Carron, which is a tributary of the Spey, I think it is. Fished the Test, River Test. Fished trout. The Avon. Well, every river, really, you could think of. And lots of reservoirs.
All right, so that sounds like
Andy,
400.
Andy the Valley Woodturner's in, Steve. Hello, Andy.
Hi, Andy. How you doing, mate? You all right? So that's 400. So I'm just going to put a little bit of decoration.
Oh, look, Andy's just sitting. He says, I'm just sitting here when Lucy has a sore throat. Is peaceful. I love it.
Heaven. So just a little bit of decoration around there, nothing major.
Donna says she studied art and design at college, and they were never taught to use oil paints as it was banned at the college. Have you used them since, though, Donna? Have you tried them? Try them, love. It's brilliant. And if you don't, because of all the chemical, you know, the terps and all the smell and all the rest of it, just get water-soluble oils. They're almost identical. It's like painting with acrylics that don't dry till you want them to. So it's identical consistency to oils, but it paints like an oil paint. They dry like acrylics, but they don't dry quick. Ben Jam says, Steve, don't you hate it when you're trying to have a nap in a field and some inconsiderate beep-bop fool comes along and shoots a gun?
No, because most of the fields I'm in, only I'm meant to be there. So if someone comes along and shoots in there, there's a bit of an issue.
Fred Gilliver says, what's a rabbit done to you, Steve? Lovely little creatures. They fed him.
If you saw the damage that rabbits do, you would not think that. They're not like your fluffy thing you get from the pet shop. They're ugly looking things. Ugly. All right.
Chris from Bailey Woodworks is in.
Hi, Chris. All right. So what I'm going to do, I think I might spray that black because I think that'll show up the resin a little bit better.
Well,
So let's get some tape around there.
you just get a cheap set of water soluble oil paints. Instead of using the chemicals, they use water, and they dry like oil paints. They paint like them as well. The consistency is gorgeous. Dry oil paints is great.
All right. So sand and sealer first. Give it a good coat of sand and sealer because we're going to paint it.
I used to sell my rabbits at 2 shillings each. We used to go rabbiting.
Yeah, we used to sell
George
ours.
Watson's in.
Who?
George Watson.
Oh, George. Yeah, we used to sell ours to the butchers until they started to get greedy and they wanted to give us. They used to give us £1.50 a rabbit. Then it went down to 75p. And he rang us up one day and said, "Oh, I've got a bloke want 24 rabbits for Saturday. Can you do it?" And I was saying, "Well, what time?" So he says, "Well, no later than 2 o'clock." I said, "Yeah, we'll go out Saturday because he wanted them fresh." So we'll go out Saturday morning and shoot. And when we got, he said, "Oh, here's your 12 quid." I said, 12 quid? I said, "The 75. Oh, no. I can only afford to give you 50 pence each for them now." And he had some hung up there for like £3.50 each.
That's it, yeah.
So I was like, "Well, actually, mate, we'll take them back." He said, "What do you mean you'll take them?" I said, "No, that's all right. Well, let me. Oh, I've got an order for them now." So now.
Yeah, well, pay me more then.
He said, "Well, I'll give you 75 busy this time, but next time that'll be 50p each." And I said, "All right." So we took the 75p. Well, I suppose that covers the cost of your bullets, but
Okay.
and then the next time he rang up, we said we weren't going to do it no more. So not for that sort of money. It's not worth the hassle.
It's not worth it, is it? Right. Charlie from CET Woodturning is in. Hello, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. How you doing, mate? Always amazes me when people say, "How can you shoot them poor little bunny rabbits?" I tell you what.
They taste lovely, though. We see them.
I tell you what, if there was a war on and you can get fresh meat, you'd be begging for them.
You'd eat. Yeah, you would.
Very lean, no fat at all on them.
Make a lovely rabbit stew. Our kids have brought them. They loved it.
Right this off. I've seen a 20-acre field, a third of it stripped by rabbits. Just eating it as you can just see a big arc where they come out and eat it all. Horrendous.
And pigeons. You see pigeons? Just shoot them. Eat them. Lovely they are. Meat.
Pigeons lovely. I used to take my girls pigeon shooting. Well, not shooting. They used to go and get them.
Yeah. I used to have a Cocker Spaniel used to do that. A Springer Spaniel. Used to go out, pick them up, bring them back. The decoys out. Lovely job. Well, you're talking about eating rabbits, and Donald's saying it's normal to eat rabbits in Malta. When Ruth and I went to Peru to climb the old mountains over there and walk the Inca Trail, we went into the local restaurants, and they had guinea pigs running around. I thought they looked rats, bloody guinea pig running around. What are they doing here? Pets. And that was their staple diet. Like we eat chicken, they eat guinea pigs. So we ordered a guinea pig, and they said pick one. So we picked one each. They cooked it, had it, killed it, and cooked it.
I'll have that little ginger one there, please.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's lovely. It was. They were nice. Well, it tastes a bit like chicken, but you know. And
Everything
they came
tastes
out
like
with their
chicken.
heads on. Yeah, she would bring them out with their heads on. So I asked the guide that was with us, you know, why did they bring? Because Ruth was a bit squeamish about put the red on, you know. Why did he come out with his head on? And she said, well, a rat and a guinea pig are exactly the same when they're skinned. But the head, the teeth on one go one way, and the teeth on the guinea pig go the other way. The front teeth overlap or underlap.
Yeah.
And if they don't leave them on, you could have been fed a rat. So
Yeah. My
there's a little bone in the ear that you've got to check. And if the bone is in the ear, it's a little tiny little round bone that sits in the ear of a guinea pig, doesn't sit in the ear of a rat.
One of my
If you got that, got the right one.
My mate's dad, he used to have a lot of rabbits from us. They would only have them if we left them, if we didn't skin them. We had to gut them, but didn't skin them. And the reason being, he used to live in Poland during the war, and when they were starving, they used to be fed their pet cats and all that, and you can't tell the difference between a rabbit and a cat
Yeah,
if they got the
that's it.
skin on. If they ain't got the skin on them.
So,
Because he
that's
said
it.
to me one day, he said, "My dad would like some rabbits if that's all right." I go, "Yeah." He said, "But can you leave the skin on?" I'm like, "What?" Yeah, can you leave? And then he told me the story. I'm like, "Well, that makes sense, really."
Yeah. Paul Finney's in. Hello, Paul.
All right, Paul, how you doing, bud?
He says hi again. Just got home.
Yeah, rabbits in the UK are classed as a pest, classed as vermin,
Yeah.
because there's so many of them.
Paul Kavanagh says he's seen an entire Chinese buffet stripped by me and my mates. Yeah, venison's good too. Yeah, I've eaten lots of that. It's nice.
Saddle's the best part.
In fact, I've eaten lots of big meats, different ones.
Right, so a little bit of embellishing wax on this. Hampshire Sheen embellishing wax just to enhance that little bit of greeness in it, and also to enhance the little bit of texture we did. Making sure we work it right.
Can't tell where I come from then, Rob, with my accent. You brought up in the West Country.
What I'll do.
Cavies are popular food, says Andy.
What is?
Cavies.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, get a milky dough, Charlie. Yeah, plenty of them. Well, they got myxomatosis and their backsides festering up in their eyes. Horrible. That put a lot of people off back in the day, you know, in early years.
Yeah.
And they stopped eating rabbit. And they won't eat them because of that. A non-mixy one, they're nice.
Mixie's not dangerous to humans anyway. I know it's not nice, but I will eat a rabbit with Scott Mixie, but right, so get this parted off.
Robert Bortwood's just joined us. Hello, Robert.
Right, Robert, how are you?
He's just got back from collecting a load of wood from Downham Market. Oh, you lucky toad. Hope it's good wood.
Don't tell Roy, he'll want some.
Yeah. Benjamin needs somebody to go mole fishing for him in his front garden.
Oh,
Actually, if you do catch a mole, I'll have it. No problem. Skin of a mole is perfect trait flies.
just sharpen that up, that's a bit blunt.
The mole skins are lovely.
It's very smooth, isn't it, mole?
Yeah, spread out and dry. Then you pick it off with the tweezers and you wrap it around the cotton. With a bit of wax on it. Wax the cotton, wrap it, spin it around, and then you make the thoraxes. The fly.
They're quick and all, moles.
Yeah, fast. So when you see them come out of the one hole and they go to run to the other and you put your foot over the hole and they get a bit upset.
Jesus Christ, that's hard.
Lobster's nice to eat. We used to go diving for lobsters off the coast when I lived in Plymouth. Charlie's dad made a jacket out of rabbit skin.
What, one moleskin?
Yeah, rabbit skin.
Oh, rabbit skin.
Cavies is a name for guinea pigs. Why? Northern name. Overfishing. Yeah, sir. They catch them with nets, don't they? Side of rivers or side of the edge of the sea or whatever.
What's that?
Elvers, little eels. They're lovely. Used to be they are. You get a mole trap, Ben. Just stick it down the hole.
I had a mole in my garden. I just flooded the hole with water. That came out eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind you, he did come out with a snorkel and goggles on. I don't know why, but shot, Steve. Right, let's get this sanded up on the back, and then I think we'll be about there for tonight. What's the time? Yeah, time to get this done. Not going to go much later than 9:30.
Right.
So get this.
Robert Broadward got all sorts of turning blanks and logs. He said.
Should have popped down,
Nice.
Robert. I only live 6 miles from down the market. Turn this heater down. Wrong way, Steve. Ooh. It's warm in there now, 22 degrees.
God, it's warm then.
Right. So just get this sanded up. A bit of extraction. So I may paint the back of this black, I think.
Is it foggy driving back, Robert? It's too foggy, Robert reckons, to come down. Yeah, it's a bit foggy here as well. Hello, Ruby. Ruby clears in.
Right,
Evening.
Ruby, how you doing?
She had a big turning job to do, so she's late in. But no, not to worry, Ruby. You're here. That's what makes it count.
What matters? Nothing set in stone. Don't have to be here. But thank you for coming over.
Rob says you can put gold on it, Steve, and then engrave it with your logo.
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it?
It is.
Quite a nice bit of wood. It's got a nice grain in it. It's got a nice grain pattern in it.
Hopefully you finish the turning job, Ruby. Ruby, Steve's not sanding a sanding pad, he's sanding a lid. This looks like a sanding pad, the thin bit.
It's a lid, look.
Actually, the lid. See, that's what happens when you come in late. Can't understand what you're doing. Steve's made a pot, Ruby, with a lid. You'll see in a minute. Robert Broadwood wants to know how Sunday went, Steve.
It went very well, yeah. I didn't sell much wood turn and stuff. I sold more 3D printed stuff than I did anything else, but it doesn't matter. We sold some stuff, so it was worth going. So hopefully,
you didn't go home owing money, did you? So that was good.
That was the main thing, yeah. It was cold though, very cold, and I will be honest. It started at 3 o'clock. Between 3 and say 4:30, 5 o'clock was really busy. Quite a few people about, but then that sort of died off tea time, and then you had the odd person floating around about 6ish, between 6 and 7.
Bit of a late start, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot of them are like that, don't they? They all do the late afternoons. One we go to tomorrow, we don't start till 2 o'clock.
Blimey.
But it was all right. Like Terry said, we made a few quid. We didn't owe anything, so that was the main thing.
Yeah, as long as you come back not owing money, it's good.
Exactly, you know? Exactly. And it was, like I say, the worst thing because it was outside. It was blooming cold. That was the worst thing. But it was all right. Right, so I just need to part this off. I'm not going to part this off now because it's getting too late. Oh, the lid's a bit loose.
Oh, well done, Ruby. You did it then. That's right.
I could have done with being a couple
24 inches and 20 inches. Nice size.
Big. Right, so let's get this on. Right, so we're on a can. Right, so little lid. I might just put my logo on the inside of that, to be honest. So little pot. I will part this off. Just get that finished. Yeah, I'm going to do it now. But part this off, just clean it all up, and then I'll just buff the whole thing on the buffing wheel just so it's nice and shiny. But other than that, just a simple little resin pot. And as you can see the nice colours. What did I say was in there? Yellow, currant, and sapphire. So 2 different reds, and you can just see the red in there. Look.
Nice.
And then the yellow. So that's the thermal curing pattern. As it cures, obviously it stirs with the thermal heat. So that's the thermals. But nice, I like that.
Good.
So let's just quickly put these tools away, back on the racks. You get loads of tools out, don't you, to do a simple little job?
You do. But you need lots of tools. That's what Woodturning is all about. Buy lots of tools. And that way you get to use more and then you get to buy more.
Yeah.
Wurzel's got a new 3D printer coming. He says it's coming Monday. It's an A1 Mini with AMS, whatever that means.
Nice.
Yeah, that means automatic something. Maybe.
Getting cheap now, 3D printers.
Benjamin says it almost looks exotic, rippled burl with wood with an oil finish. It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it's resin.
Good job you came over, Ben.
Yeah. Good job you didn't leave, Ben. You wouldn't have seen that if you'd have left the second you said you were going to leave.
I'll put my Easy Wood tools back in their nice box so they don't get dirty.
Pain in the backside for us, man, having to put up with you all this time. You could have left early. No.
Poor old Ben. Oh, right.
We're all saying, look good, Steve. Everybody's saying superb. Looks lovely. Cracking job. Hey,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Look at the mess. Look at the mess.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't turn it.
Look at the mess. Look at the mess. Look at the mess.
And he says another great video. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you very much. I better not go in a house like this. She'll kill me if I go in a house like this.
Yeah. I wouldn't even go out of the house like it. You wait 4 hours now to clean up.
Yeah. Well, I'll get hoovered up, and I'm sure I have to be hoovered up again tomorrow because no doubt you'll see bits in the morning.
Italia de Beale's in. Hello, Lino.
Hi, Lionel.
Sorry we're nearly finished, but nice to see you.
Thanks for coming over.
In.
So anybody who lives local to Chatteris March, don't forget Skylarks Garden Centre have a Christmas fete on tomorrow, or Christmas market on tomorrow. So if you are local to the area, pop down and check it out. Barry's Wood Creations is there. He will be selling stuff. So go down and see what Barry's got to offer. I'm going to go down just to annoy him.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. That's not that bad, to be honest. It's not as bad as it is when you turn a big vase or something.
Oh.
Or big
I know it's
platter.
just come out of the workshop. He said he's been in the workshop working. Good man. Learning something nice, hopefully.
I must admit, there was a comment. I put a comment on Facebook in the week, and someone was on about what do people use to store their tools and this, that, and the other. And I put on there, somebody put on there about I just chuck them on a bench and pick them up as I when I need them.
Mm.
And I put a comment on there saying that's just lazy, which didn't go down very well. And because I mean, okay, yes, it is a workshop, and yes, we do make a mess, but it doesn't cost anything to come back into a clean workshop the next day. I mean, if it takes you 20 minutes, half hour to get cleared up, it's not a major issue, is it? For a little bit of enjoyment. But I shall clear this.
Ruby says not a mess. You'll just see my shop after doing some MDF. She's been turning MDF today.
Oh, I cut
24-inch diameter. It's terrible.
Yeah, I can imagine. I cut some MDF the other day, and there was rubbish everywhere. It's crazy.
Roy's going out, Barry, tomorrow, he says.
Oh, I'm not going if Roy's. Oh, I'm not going if
Ruby
Roy's
says,
going.
Yeah. Can you show the box again, Ruby says, please?
Yeah, of course I can, Ruby. Let me just clean all the dust off of it because it's very staticky. So I've got to take the bottom off. I've got to part of the bottom off, but there it is. It's a piece of resin that I cast. Simple little lid. Nothing high tech tonight. So we have a bit of a treat for you next weekend, next Friday.
We do indeed.
Next Friday we have the one and only Andrew Hall joining us. The reason being is that when we was at Harrogate, me and Andrew were talking, and he's donated a one of the little hats he turns. I will stick some pictures up later on in the week for it, and we're doing a bit of a collaboration. He said he gave me the hat. I'm going to turn a stand for it, and then we're going to raffle it off for the makers auction. So the raffle tickets will be on.
Raffle tickets.
The raffle tickets will be on sale until the 23rd December, and then on the 24th of December, on my Sunday lunchtime live, we will draw the raffle. So possibly a chance to get your hands on a one and only Andrew Hall piece auctioned off or raffled off. So
they are lovely hats as well. They are lovely hats. I'll certainly be getting some tickets.
And it's all decorated. It's got I can't but it's all highly coloured and decorated. It's not just like a wooden hat. It's decorated, but you'll see it. I will take some photographs of it, and like I say, he wanted to do a collaboration. He said, "I'll give you the hat, you make the stand." So that's what we're going to do, and then we'll auction, then we'll raffle off that piece. So, like I say, get some raffle tickets on.
Rob from Klingsport says, "You clean the kitchen when you make a meal. Why would you not clean the work?" Rob, I don't clean the kitchen.
I don't even make the meal.
I don't even make a meal. I used to do all the cooking, and now Ruth's retired, so she's cooking now and cleaning and everything else.
And Terry's enjoying life. Terry's enjoying life.
Yeah, I'm retired now.
Yeah,
everything
Roy.
I do is...
I'll ring you, Roy, at 6 o'clock in the morning. Make sure you're up in time. Don't want you being late. Sunday, hashtag Easter egg. Is that? Yeah, that's next Sunday, Rob. You guessed what we was going to do. Damn, we have to think of something else now.
It's a bit too soon, yeah, for Rob for Sunday Easter eggs. Just a Christmas egg, maybe.
Christmas egg.
Turn a log cake. That'd be a good one. Turn a log cake.
A Christmas Yule.
Yep.
Oh, Andy, don't go there. What's clean mean? That's just lazy.
Oh, that's just lazy.
It's just lazy.
Every time I finish in the workshop for the day, I clean up.
Yep. Well worth it.
Ready for the next time.
Well worth it. If I came into a day,
you guys like it? Yeah, how they guys like it? The chat like it? We turned up to hello, welcome to my live, and all they could see was like the top of my head because the rest of it was wood shavings and they couldn't find a lathe. You know.
Well, it's not that. If I walked into the workshop tomorrow morning, that was a mess. I'd just walk back out and go back in the house because I'd be like, "Oh, really? I'm not going to clean out first thing." But I should clean this up when I finish. That won't take long. 10 minutes, and that'll be all cleared. Right,
that's
guys.
The reason you look old. Hang on, that's the reason you look old, Rob, against me. I don't buy takeaways. I cook proper meals every time. Always have all my life.
Proper.
That's why I'm a fair complexion. Ian Leach is in. Hello, Ian.
Hi, Ian.
Hi, Ian. We're going now. See you Tuesday.
That and the oil of Ulay.
Yeah, oil of Ulay, yes, yeah.
Right, and we're going to go. Right, we will see you Sunday. Okay. I will see you Sunday for hashtag. So make sure you come over and check us out. Other than that, I hope you have a great weekend. If it's freezing and icy and snowy where you are, then please take care. Obviously, if you're out and about, we don't want anybody having any nasty accidents over the weekend. And no more cut fingers. We don't want no more cut fingers either. Be safe. You need to be safe in your workshop.
Take it easy.
You need to be safe. There's no point going in there and hurting yourself because that really does not make it enjoyable. So be safe in your workshops. Anyway, other than that,
think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it before you cut.
You know what they say? Think twice, cut once. Not your finger either. So, we will go. Thank you very much for coming over and joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please smash that thumbs up button. And if you feel really generous, share it as well. So other than that, we're going to go. And like I say, I will see you Sunday. Terry will be on Sunday night as well, I would imagine.
Oh, 7 o'clock.
Be there. 7 p.m.
Square.
So we will shout Terry out on Sunday as well. So other than that, guys, take care. Have a great weekend. Speak to you soon. And bye for now. Night.
Bye-bye, everybody. Bye. Take care.
That's all, folks.